Hey guys, we are back for a new Star Wars review today. We're taking a look at the latest multi-pack release in the Solo 3 3/4 inch line. So this is the basic assortment, not any vintage collection or anything like that. We're taking a look at the Mission on VANDOR-1 set. So we have got 3 new figures and then 1 repack with a repacked range trooper, which isn't so much a bad thing. Everybody likes troopers. We have got Han Solo with his nice fur coat. We've got a new Qi'ra figure, and then we've got the guy that I really wanted. The main reason that I bought this set was for the Weazel figure, so one of Enfys Nest's henchmen. We've got the current standard box for this particular type of sets. We've got the 4 figures in the big window. We have got some artwork here on the side, and then the back has a bit of a write-up for each particular figure, as well as some cross-sell for the Force Link thing, which I don't do. So we're going to pull these guys out and take a look. So here they are out of the package, and this is a set that, I didn't really plan on buying this. I had really no expectation of getting it right away, and then I found it in store, and my impulses got the better of me, so now here we are. That said, I was very, very interested to get a hold of Weazel. I'm really, really interested in this particular figure, not just because he looks cool, but it's a Warwick Davis character. I'm a big fan. I mean, how could you not love that guy? He's a treasure. So that's the main reason why I wanted to get this one. But these 2 figures actually are okay. They're pretty decent. I don't know if I would have bought them on their own. I'm at the point where I'm not going 100% on these figures anymore, just because there are some that I just don't plain want. But these are pretty good. And then of course we do have a new range trooper, and it's a trooper, and I love this design. I've got 2 or 3 of those already, so I'm okay having another one of those. We're not really going to talk about them because there's another video out there that I've done if you want to check that out as far as looking into that figure in more depth. But we're going to talk about the other 3 a little more closely and see what they've got going on. So we're going to start with Han, take a look at him real quick. And again, these are, basic 3 3/4 inch figures, so they have limited articulation. That's the shtick for this line. We've got a head on a ball peg, but it doesn't really use the ball peg very well just because of the size of the head. So he can bobble up and down a little bit, and then you can rotate side to side. That's about it. There's not any real up or down action. I mean, you get a little bit just to say that it's there, but it doesn't do a lot. Arms can rotate. We do have rotating wrists, and then we've got legs you can kick forward, but this jacket is like a rubbery plastic, so it really impedes that motion, but not that it truly matters in this line. And then you've got boot cut down there for rotation at his feet. In general, I think the figure looks pretty good. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure I actually needed this iteration of Han. It's a very specific look, but it's pretty decent in terms of what it offers, and it's it's a different Han. I still don't even have the regular Han because you got to buy that Force Link doohickey to do that, and I just don't want to spend 30 bucks on that. But we've got Han in the nice big fur jacket. He's got some goggles on here, and the jacket is technically removable, but it's not really removable. It's glued together as far as I can tell at this buckle because the arms are sculpted with the jacket. So if you took the jacket off, you would have a yellow shirt with fur arms, and that doesn't work. The glasses are also removable. They're pegged in, but they also seem to be glued in as well. So you could pop them off if you wanted. Mine are really stuck in there, so I'm not going to try. We've got some goop on his feet down here on the bottom, just from being on Vandor. I'm sure it's, snow or something like that. And then we've got some, I don't know, whatever this stuff is, some Star Wars gadgetry on his belt. It's all sculpted really well. Decent paint applications. He, of course, comes with his Telltale blaster pistol. And yeah, I mean, if you wanted this particular Han, then I think you'll be happy with it. It looks pretty good. There's a lot of sculpted detail all over the fur jacket, and it's just a different look for Han. So if you're into collecting Hans in this line, then this one's probably going to be right up your alley. Next up, we've got the Qi'ra figure, and this is, a pretty decent likeness to Emilia Clarke, I think. As far as this line goes, this is a pretty solid figure. Again, it's one that I didn't truly want, but I'm not upset that I have this one. I'd say this is my second favorite in this set, as far as the 3 new figures go. She's got this jacket on. It's not movable or anything. It's a very hard plastic. Got her necklace sculpted on there. She's got earrings. Face is painted very, very well. We've got the stripe that runs through her hair. She's got the belt that hangs on her waist. She also has a holster for her little pistol, which she's holding here. And then she's got these long billowing pants. So, you get kind of a weird leg when you move her, but she looks pretty solid when she's actually just standing upright and standing straight. As far as articulation goes, she has the same kind of ball peg as Han. Hers works a little better. You can move her head up and down quite a bit, and then bobble side to side, rotate. You can move her arms around, and you can kick her legs. She doesn't have anything at the wrist, or there's no real way to give her anything at the foot either, just because of how big big her pants legs are. Paint apps on her are very clean. Everything is very crisp and just, you know, where it needs to be. So I'm really, really happy with this figure, despite not really wanting her per se. You know, she's a good figure, and that's all I got to say. It's a good figure whether I want it or not. It's a solid toy. And then last but certainly not least, we have got Weazel. Again, this is the figure that I wanted the most, just because he is so different. He is fully clad in armor. And like I said, I'm a big Warwick Davis fan. This is his character in the movie. Plus, he comes with the massive rocket launcher that we see in Solo. So yeah, he looks pretty damn good. I'm really, really happy with it. I wish we could get more of Enfys Nest's Cloud Riders in this line. I think it would be pretty sweet to have at least a small group of them, not necessarily have to have all of them. But I like that they included this particular character just because, you know, Warwick Davis as a person is so heavily ingrained in Star Wars. It almost seems like, you know, a disservice not to give us his character. So as far as this little guy goes, he is the most basic of the bunch. We have got swiveling arms and legs, and then we've got a head on a ball joint. So you can move it up and down just a little bit and then side to side. Nothing too crazy. He's a very, very small figure, so as you might expect, articulation is limited. He does come with 2 guns. He comes with a pistol, which is specifically meant to be held in his left hand, and this particular rocket launcher is meant to be held in his right hand. Just the grips are different on those hands. So it is a little bit difficult to actually get this big thing in there and sit correctly, but you can make it work. The helmet on this thing is pretty fantastic. I'm really, really happy with it. All the paint apps on it, the colors, everything about it just look really fantastic. I don't have any real gripes about it. I really dig the look on this guy. You know, he's got those rockets hanging off of his belt. He's ready to throw down. And in general, it's just cool to have another, you know, he's not an alien. He's a humanoid type character. But it's cool to have something that looks alien and looks different and is covered in armor and isn't just the same human character for the 6th, 7th, or 8th time. So it's nice to get something different. You know, we got 2 new characters, but we've had them before in this line, just in different outfits, and then we got a repack. But this guy is definitely the star of the show. I'm sure that most people who are buying this are doing so because they want this guy so much. So at the end of the day, this is a pretty decent set. I guess it depends on what you want to get out of this set. That will make your opinion one way or another, obviously. So for me, I didn't really want Qi'ra or Han, but they're decent figures. Han is probably the least interesting to me just because I don't particularly care for that look, but it's well done. Qi'ra, on the other hand, looks really good, surprisingly so. And I still just don't want the figure, but she does look good, and I can't fault it just because I don't want it personally. The Range Trooper is a Range Trooper. It's what we've seen before. It looks good. It's a solid 3 3/4 inch figure. Weazel is, of course, the star of the show. It's an awesome little figure. He is fantastic. Everything about the design, the weapons, just in general, and I like this particular figure. So that's really what it came down to. I paid for this set so I could get him, and there were a few little happy bonuses that were thrown in there because some of the other figures are pretty solid. So that's going to do it for this look at the Star Wars 3 3/4 inch Mission on Vandor-1 set from Hasbro. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time.